Hello and welcome to today's session. Yes, it's an interesting session about digital detox. How to reclaim your time from technology. Now, in this session, we are going to understand how do we go about breaking free from the screen addiction and regaining control of our life. So come on, let's get started. Now, how many times do you check your phones daily? Take a moment, think about it. Most of us instinctively reach for our phones first thing in the morning and throughout the days. Now, studies show us that an average person checks their phone 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes. Surprised? Yes. This excessive screen time is not just a habit, it's an addiction. It affects our mental health, productivity, and relationships. Today, we will explore how to reclaim our time from technology and live a more balanced life. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including yourself. Right? So come on, let's take a deeper look. Now, let's understand what is this digital overload. Okay? Now, why technology is so addictive? The answer lies in our brain chemistry. Every time we receive a notification like a message or a like or like any notification that we receive, our brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to pleasure and addiction. Over time, we become dependent on these digital rewards. This has real consequences. We have sleep disruption, that is, screen suppresses the release of melatonin, which makes us harder to go to sleep. Okay? Reduced productivity. Now, the constant phone use leads to distractions and less focus on our work. It also leads to weaker relationship. More the screen time means less meaningful interaction, because most of the time you will see that you're busy with your phone and chatting with your friends which are not even like anyway close to you. But yes, the people who are sitting right next to you might not be aware of what's going on. So just think about it. As the facts that we state now is that people spend an average of 7 hours daily on screens. So just think about it, that how much is this addiction deeply rooted in everyone's life. Let's get ahead. What are the signs that you need to understand that it's time for you to go for a digital detox? Right? Simple. Ask yourself a few questions. Do you experience any of these? Okay? Like checking your phone first thing in the morning? Is that what you do? Do you feel anxious when your phone is not nearby? Do you start panicking if you don't see your phone around? Or do you panic when you see that, okay, the charging is only 10%? Do you feel anxious? Constantly scrolling with actually no real purpose. Do you do that? Poor sleep due to screen time before bed. Now, is anything of this relatable to you? Yes, if you have checked even one of it, then it's time for you to consider digital detox. Now, let's take a look at the steps to a successful digital detox. So how do we break free from this addiction which is causing such a lot of a havoc? Let's take a look at the step-by-step guide. First thing, assess your screen time. Start tracking your daily usage of apps with using your apps like digital well-being or screen time. You might be shocked to see how much time you actually spend online. There are lots of apps which will give you a clear picture of what is your screen time every day. Okay? Now, once you have assessed your screen time, it's time to go to step number 2. That is, set the boundaries and limits. Okay? First things first, what you need to do is turn off all the unnecessary notification. See, we all have this habit, whenever we go about online, we go on checking the apps, and we by chance or most of the time by default, we keep the notifications on. So what happens? We get multiple notifications, and these notifications are of actually no use to us. But then still, we go on receiving it, and every time we receive a notification, we just move away from our work and we get involved into it, right? Then set app usage limit by reducing your social media time to 30 minutes per day. Just try it. I'm not saying that it's going to be very easy for you to do it. Just try doing it. Step number 3, create tech-free zones. Okay, in your house, go about. Establish a no-phone zone. Okay, in the moment you say that, okay, I'm on the dining table, the dining table is a no-phone zone, so nobody comes to the dining table with a phone in the hand, right? Or you can even say that, okay, the bedroom is a no-tech zone or a no-phone zone, and definitely that will help you improve your relationships. Then coming to step number 4, practice mindful consumption. Unfollow unnecessary accounts, delete distracting apps, and be intentional with your screen time. That is, I'm not saying that, okay, you make your screen time 0. That's not possible, because now most of our answers are available online only, and we are dependent on Google for that, right? So, but then use it intentionally and use it well. Then, step number 5, engage in offline activities. So, instead of just scrolling through your social media or things like that, try reading, try journaling, try exercising, try spending time outdoors. Start your hobbies, like, you can pick up a hobby like painting or dancing or even yoga for that matter. Fine? Now, your step number 6, use technology wisely. You can do some things like, back checking of your emails and messages instead of constantly, like reacting to notifications. Don't do that. Instead of checking, just sitting and staring at your mailbox, might as well set a time, okay? Like, okay, every 2 hours, once go check your mails and just shut it down. So you'll be saving on your screen time also. Okay, so these are a few activities that you can do to break free from this addiction. Now, coming to the benefits of digital detox. The digital detox isn't about cutting the screen time. It is about reclaiming your life. So here are the things that you can gain out of it. First thing is improved focus and productivity. Because if you are breaking free from this addiction, there will be fewer distractions, which will lead to better work efficiency. Of course, when you're turning off multiple notifications, you'll have a better sleep and you will have more of mental clarity. Right? Stronger relationship, more face-to-face connection and meaningful conversations. And then, of course, what you get, or which is the maximum reward, is more time for self-growth and hobbies. You will finally have time for things you love. The fact is, 80% of the people feel more productive after reducing their screen time. Now, this fact comes to us from the Harvard Business Review 2022. Now, here's a challenge for you. This is the 7-day digital detox challenge. So, do you want to take some action now? Try the 7-day detox challenge. First thing is, on day 1, track your screen time. Okay, because awareness is the first step. So once you get to know that actually how much time you're spending online, you will be aware that okay, you need to reduce it. Fine. Day 2, turn off all the non-essential notifications. All the apps which are simply pushing notifications on your screen, just go ahead and turn them off. Step number 3. Go ahead and designate phone-free hours. Start with your mealtime. That is, during my mealtime, whether the phone is ringing or shouting or screaming, I'm not picking up my phone and I'm not going to give time to my phone. So, designate phone-free hours. On day 4, replace your screen time with new hobby. Go ahead, try any new hobby. It could be painting, it could be drawing, or cooking, for that matter of fact. Then on day 5, have a tech-free meal with family and friends. Fine, have some good time. On day 6, avoid screens for 1 hour before the bed. Try doing this. This will definitely improve your sleep quality. On day 7, reflect on the changes and set long-term tech habits. Remember one thing, everything starts with a small habit. Okay, a small change every day will lead to big results. So go ahead, try this. Moving ahead, just taking a quick recap of what we have understood so far. A digital detox is not about quitting technology entirely, but using it intentionally. Start small, stay consistent, and reclaim your time. So, are you ready to take control of your screen time? Remember, start small. Even 10% less of screen time will make a difference. Be intentional when you're using technology. Use it as a tool, not as a distraction. Stay accountable. Share your detox challenges with your friends. Now remember, disconnect to reconnect with what truly matters. Right? So that was all that we have in today's session. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to a healthier digital life. Before we go, I would love to hear from you. What is that one digital detox tip you would like to try today? Drop your responses in the comment section. I'll be waiting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more self-improvement content and stay mindful, stay balanced. Thank you so much for your time and attention. It's Mukta signing off for today.